guys, it's Hugo. What's up? My voice is a little bit off. I've just been having bad allergies. Anyways, so I thought I'd make a video about this. I am currently about to hit Warlord, and I thought I'd make a video on my strategy. I kind of have like a 2 win-loss ratio. I started off to a slow start. I used to be decent at PvP. I did a lot of it back then, and I believe I was actually ranking down, so that's why I was captain. I think I was only commander, from what I remember. Currently though, I have a 892 score, 24 loss, 48 won, and I'm just gonna kind of show you my deck really quick before we get this match started. For TCs, well, let me show you my gear actually first. I use the commander gear. However, if you're not going to use it, your best option is probably either some kind of crowns gear, the level 25 crowns gear, or there's also always the Zeus hats and stuff like that. So those aren't that hard to get, and you can get those easy. But once you can afford the arena gear, you need to buy it ASAP. Save up all your money while you're getting to commander. And use a Sky Iron Hosta. If you really just get to level 30 as a balance, you'll be good, because you can get the Iron Hosta and it'll do plus 10% damage, which is really useful. For a play, there's a lot of options. This of course gives stun block, however this one gives heart steal, or this one gives 5% defense. So I don't know, it's really a choice. I have both. And then as far as an amulet, I recommend Life Mastery. Just farm waterworks for it. It's going to take a while. Or, if you really don't want to do that, Nightshade Choker is a great pick. And Diadem of Despair isn't bad if you don't want to learn Infection. As far as a ring, I just use the Band of Consistency. Really the best pet to have is a Deer Knight, or one of the, I think it's one of the Shenlong dragons, but you want a Fiant card for an item card. Oh, and actually, when we take this back here, if you're not going to be using a Life Mastery, make sure to train in Death. You're going to want some kind of Fiant pet. It's always a boost to have, you know, healing talents, but that's just the one that I'm using on here. I have better pets, but really the Fiant can make a difference sometimes. As far as deck, I think sometimes it'll matter, but mostly I just use Pop's deck of stats. Sis, I don't really know any better ones. So yeah. Now if we go into my deck with this deck of stats or whatever, I use 5 Tower Shields, 1 Amplify, 1 Fortify, 1 Infal. This is for hitting people with no resist. This is for you know, the storm spammers. There's lots of different type of PvP level 28 through 34 wizards, and some of them are storm spammers where they just spam hit high attacks with Infal. So Fortify is a good option. And then there's Fiant. You definitely want a couple of these. The TC Judgments aren't always necessary. I'll probably use one in this video because I just don't want to fail. But TC Judgments are a good option. I don't encourage you to use... personally, I find it a bit obnoxious. And this is going to sound slightly hypocritical because I do use TCs very much. But I think it's fine if you want to use Heckhound TCs. If you're a fire, or if you're a storm, you want to use like Gargantuan Krakens. That's fine. But please, please, please keep the 1,200 F rates out of the arena, because they don't belong there. Now let's go look at my regular deck. I keep a couple of cloaks in. I like to cloak my weaknesses as well as my infections. Pixie and Satyr. I don't really keep a Sprite in here because they don't heal that much. Now, if you're not going to use the Life Mastery, then just cross those 5 out. Maybe put in a couple more shields and a couple more Fiants. Yeah. And then, yeah, if you have triple Fiants, you're pretty much invincible at that point. Anyways, I put in an infection here. I usually only use 1. I guess you can put in 2. 3 balance plays is good. You generally won't hit with Judge more than 2. There have been a couple situations where I've hit Judge like 4 times, but that's why we have a reshuffle in here, which I'll talk about in a moment. These are just heals, good balance heals, just to add a couple more, and they're also kind of a variety. I have heals at every level, 400, and 540, and an 860. So it really depends, but yeah. And then 3 hexes, I like to match up my blades with my hexes. Anyways, so then we have put a couple judges in there, a couple major minions, because depending on what your strategy is, I don't use them as much. You might want to use them. Power play, this is great. For one, you can get more power pips for your judges, but on the other side, it's good for shutting down wildfires and windstorms and stuff like that. Because I've seen storms that just spam windstorm and infoul, and they just kill. So it's really annoying. So you should just put these power plays in. And then, of course, a reshuffle, get your cards back. A sandstorm for killing minions. You should really have 2 in, but I only have 1 in. I don't know why. I don't face a lot of people that use minions. I haven't faced a lot of myths currently. I put 4 spirit shields in and 4 elemental shields. If you want to say I'm a shield spammer, absolutely. I love my shields. And then weaknesses, these aren't that effective, but when you're facing people that are using things like heckhounds, those fire wizards, heckhounds can be fairly obnoxious, and they can get around shields, which is also why I have a spam of shields, because that way they're like, oh, he's going to hit 50 off of each. So yeah, and then plus also of the tower TCs. Weakness, yeah, definitely good. Oops. Black mantles aren't bad either if you're just waiting for another pip to hit, but I currently don't put any yet. So without further ado, let's just quickly get a PvP match, and oh, there we go, instant. Hope is the guy I fought last. He was another balance. He's pretty easy. Oh, noob. We have a noob. This will be an easy, but I can just show you some basics. Looks like Warlord's not going to be too difficult for me to get, because looks like this. If you see a menu chat guy, you should be happy, because he's probably like a level 60, but at the same time, it's obvious that he's a fire wizard. And we'll just hit power play real quick to get those pips going, because we have to kill him after all. He has 2,000 health, which isn't really a problem. My only problem with facing high levels, because they're generally terrible if they're playing you. But my only problem is that crit, you can't really block that at this level. So that could be a bit obnoxious. But if you shield up well, I think you'll be all right. And I'm not gonna need anything big. I'm just gonna shield really quick. And like I said, those cloaks really come in handy. I think I'll be able to kill him fairly easy. You can see he does have some crit gear on, so keep that in mind. See, hex. Oh wait, I'm not gonna need that infection. And yeah, as a note for some things I should take out of the PvP system, I mainly only have really 3 complaints, because most of it is really good. And the first thing is puppeting, because oh crud, he got hit a crit. But puppeting, just because it can get really obnoxious. I did like 3 2v2s, and I won 2 out of 3 of them, because of just that mad skill, JK. But I won 2 out of 3 of them. However, it was obnoxious that I couldn't win a couple, because some noob was using a puppet. So that is annoying. Don't use puppets. Nobody likes them, except for you. Because I usually 1v1 the people that go with puppets, and they are generally terrible players. Ooh, look, a dark mat. That's an interesting move. I don't generally see those, but I think we'll be fine, because the hex isn't what I was relying on. Now, I did see he was using those deaths, so it could be I don't think he's got a field spell. He's got a field spell. I highly doubt it with these noobs. They're generally pretty basic creatures. Yeah, just gotta put these spirit shields on, because I have no idea what he's going for. Yeah, it's death thing again, so he has like this weird death, thing. I don't know. I'll see if I can find a satyr, because you never want to be under 2/3 of your health. You want to have generally 2/3 of your health. Otherwise, I don't know. Just things start going wrong. Alright, so now we're pretty well shielded up. And, let's see. I don't have one. However, I'm going to take a chance because he doesn't have any pips. And this is something you gotta decide for yourself. Are you gonna do things like this when you play PvP? Because I'm taking a chance by using this Fiant. Because he could do what he did before in Dark Pact. Or he could let me get through with the Fiant and I could be fine. So yeah. He's trying to use a fire spell now, which he's up to something. Noob is up to something. Now this is where I'm going to take my TCs into play. And let's see. I don't really need these because I know I'm going to kill him in one hit. And, really quick, let's just find it one more time just to be safe. And then after that we will kill him. Easy enough. Alright. And this noob, thank you very much, noob, for coming on today. You were a good host. And just to make sure for the kill, when you're going for a rank like Warlord, it doesn't hurt to use a TC, because I'm not really gonna do much more PvP. I just kind of wanted the title on this account. No. This is what I call annoying. Of course, he just did 984 on himself, so it's probably still going to kill. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, he has no resist. We're good. Yeah. Wow, that was easy. So, yeah, badge earned. PvP Warlord. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. It's been really cool.